I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructor and competitor. I met Dr. Rich Benjamin back in 2007 when I had sustained an injury to my knee during competition. Like a lot of different people, I view chiropractic as, like a pseudo medicine, and I was a little bit hesitant at first to go meet him, but my parents urged me to go down there. I didn't have health insurance, so it was one of those options that one of the times I didn't have a whole lot of options. I went and met Dr. Rich Benjamin, and he put my knee back together. It was probably something that if I had went to traditional medicine, it would have required some surgery and a lot of recuperation, a lot of money, and those are all things that I didn't have time for. Being an active competitor, an active instructor, I really needed to avoid that. And Dr. Benjamin, he helped me out. He really changed my life as far as how I viewed medicine, how I viewed injuries. Continuing on with injuries, I got thrown on my shoulder one time, and it almost killed me. It separated my shoulder, it broke my collarbone, it dislocated my scapula, and just like previously, I went to Dr. Benjamin. This time not because it was my only choice, but because I knew that he was the best choice. He put my shoulder back together. I definitely would have been in an immobilization cast if I had went to a traditional medicine. And I saw him every day for about 2 weeks, and he just put it back together. I was in a sling. Obviously, I needed to make sure that my shoulder didn't move around, but I got 100% range of motion, and if I had went to traditional medicine, I'm absolutely sure that I would have had pins and bolts put into my shoulder, and whereas I might have recovered, I wouldn't have the full range of motion, and it would have changed my job. I mean, because I make my living off of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So Doc put me back together. That's not the only time. I've broken ribs before and had the ribs slide underneath. Very painful. Woke up screaming at night as I tried to roll over in bed. Again, Doc put that back together. And it seems like this like a fairy tale, like a Humpty Dumpty, except every time I break myself, he's better than all the king's men. He puts me back together, and there's no way that I can thank him. I pay my bill with a smile on my face because it's quality of life. You just can't get around to that. I've referred as many people as I can. I was a top referrer for a long time, and you can tell people what this does for you. You can explain it, but until they see it firsthand, either in another person or in themselves, you just can't understand it. I highly recommend anyone to come here, whether or not you think that you're in health, you're in perfect health, or if you have some type of injury, a nagging injury, or even a traumatic injury. I would come see Dr. Rich Benjamin. He'll make you better.